I have no friends. I'm 23 years old and I have no friends. I feel like it's really hard for me to make any genuine friends at this age, especially since I have graduated college. I graduated high school in 2020 and I didn't even go to the same high school throughout all of high school because I moved between living with my mom and my dad. So I went to this other high school for most of high school and I was kind of a loner. I was watching like Twitch. I was watching people play League of Legends on my phone with my headphones in. I had some friends I would talk to, but there's like literally nobody that I talked to then that has carried on into my current life. And most people stopped talking to me from that part of high school whenever I moved back with my mom. So I started high school back here where I currently live, and most of the people, like some of them, they already knew me from middle school whenever I lived here before. Nobody wanted to talk to me. I was just kind of a loner whenever I moved back. Everybody already had their established friend groups, and I tried to fit in and I ended up sitting with like the popular. I tried to infiltrate my way. I tried to infiltrate some of the friend groups whenever I moved back and ended up, sorry, my boyfriend just got home and the dogs are going crazy. And I ended up sitting with them at lunch, but I could just really tell that I was the odd one out, and they had invited me to our school's football game, and they're having an event where everyone wears white and they throw like paint or whatever on us. And once I got there, after they literally invited me, they acted like they did not know me and did not talk to me. So I got there and I was still in the group, but nobody talked to me. They completely ignored me. So I just stopped sitting with them and I ended up like sitting with one of my like nerdy friends who I still occasionally talk to, but we're not really like friends anymore, you know, because we don't like ever talk or anything really. We don't keep up to date. And after that, I ended up going to college, and some of it was online, some of it was in person, but most of the people in my classes were guys, and like sometimes I'd play like video games with them, and I had like a group where I'd play video games with them, and that was really nice. But that kind of fell apart because some of them like started like trying to ask me out, and I've never really had like a girl best friend. I had girlfriends whenever I was in like 4th grade and below, but I've like genuinely never had like a girl best friend. I would honestly really love to have a girl best friend now to go like get coffee, go shopping with, talk about things with, but like I only just realized today, whenever I was curling my hair, I decided to make this video because it was like, you know, I am 23 and I do not have friends. The only person that I talk to every single day is my boyfriend, and he lives with me, and my mom, and every few days or a few times a week I talk to my sister, but I don't really have anyone that I can like talk to like on the daily, you know, that's like a girl. I have like one like online friend that's a guy, but I don't really have like any friends, and I don't have like any in real life friends at all. So if you're seeing this and you're a girl, especially one in the St. Louis or Cape Girardeau area, and you want to be friends, you know where to find me. I feel like this is very vulnerable, and it's honestly even more awkward now that my boyfriend's home and it's really quiet in here now, and I'm just hoping that he's not listening to me because I feel like he just doesn't get it, like why I'm posting this type of vulnerable content, so to speak. I think it's very important to be very honest and open with everyone because there's always going to be someone who's in the same situation as you, and I think it's very important to know that you're not alone. But I had like some friends in college, and like on Thursdays we would go and get like some chicken wings, but nowadays I just don't have any friends. Never had like a girlfriend. I really want a girlfriend, and like sometimes I'll be walking at the park and there will be a girl I think is my age, and I'll be like, oh, do you want to walk together? And then like this girl was like, oh, I just got done with my walk and I gotta go, but hope you have a good walk. And now I feel really awkward. Like, is this what it's like being outside of college trying to make friends? It feels so awkward. I was like, you want to walk together? Or like I'll try to meet up like with somebody around here and they're just like, oh, I'm busy, whatnot. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, and then you see they're out doing things. So, yeah, just know that you're not alone if you're 23 with no friends. And honestly, it's never really bothered me except for more recently because I've been trying to work on myself. And when working on yourself, you just kind of have more time to think about, your life and things you want to improve on. And one thing that I would like is I would like to have a friend, but specifically a girlfriend, especially when I can hang out with in real life, would be great. I think honestly, I have protected my peace so much because I think it's more important to maybe be more lonely and only have my boyfriend to talk to than have a big circle of people who don't really care about you and maybe will hurt you or things like that. So just know that you're not alone. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe because you can follow me on my glow up journey where I'm like trying to lose weight. I'm trying to better myself mentally and physically. Maybe we can all connect through that and you can catch me on these social medias as well. Bye.